Imagine working your entire life to reach the top of your profession, finally getting there, and then being told to sit down and wait, not for a few weeks, not for a month, but indefinitely. That's exactly what's happening to Endrick Felipe at Real Madrid. The Brazilian teenager thought signing for Los Blancos was the beginning of his fairy tale career, but it's turned into a frustrating nightmare. The 19-year-old Brazilian striker is currently experiencing what we might call the ultimate first world footballer problem, getting paid handsomely to sit on one of the most expensive benches in world football while doing absolutely nothing. As 2025 winds down, Endrick finds himself in an increasingly uncomfortable position at Santiago Bernabeu, watching games from the sidelines like a spectator who accidentally wandered into the team dugout. Here's the situation. Endrick has fully recovered from his injury. He's fit, he's available, and he's ready to play. But manager Xabi Alonso treats him like he doesn't exist. Week after week, match after match, Endrick sits on the bench without getting even a few minutes as a substitute. The frustration has reached its limit, and finally, both player and club have agreed on a solution. Endrick needs to leave temporarily to find playing time elsewhere. Real Madrid has given him permission to seek a loan move in January, and several clubs are already expressing interest. The question now is, where should Endrick go? And does he have specific requirements for his next club? The answer to that second question is yes, and we'll get to those details shortly. This isn't the first time Endrick has been close to leaving on loan. Last summer, during the previous transfer window, there were serious plans to send him out temporarily. This idea came from Carlo Ancelotti during his final season as Madrid's manager. Throughout the 2024 to 2025 season, Endrick made 37 appearances and scored 7 goals across all competitions. While those numbers look respectable, Ancelotti felt the young Brazilian needed more consistent playing time to develop properly. The Italian coach believed Endrick had talent but required additional experience before becoming a regular starter for Real Madrid. His recommendation was straightforward: loan him to another club where he could play regularly, develop his skills further, and return to Madrid as a more complete player. When Xabi Alonso took over as manager, Real Madrid decided to proceed with this plan and attempted to loan Endrick out during the summer transfer window. Madrid's strategy involved featuring Endrick in the Club World Cup to attract potential loan destinations. The plan worked, and Real Sociedad emerged as the primary candidate. Negotiations progressed smoothly, and the transfer seemed nearly complete. Then, disaster struck. While competing in America, Endrick suffered a hamstring injury that sidelined him and allowed Gonzalo Garcia to take his place in the squad. Real Sociedad, understandably concerned about taking on an injured player, decided to withdraw from the negotiations. According to Football Espina, Endrick's injury was expected to keep him out until late September or early October, depending on how quickly he recovered. During his rehabilitation period, Xabi Alonso repeatedly told journalists that Endrick remained part of the club's long-term development plans. The manager suggested that the loan might be postponed and that Endrick could still contribute to the team when needed. Those statements proved to be misleading. When Endrick recovered and rejoined the squad in late September, Alonso continued to exclude him from match action. From the game against Levante through El Clasico, Endrick remained on the bench, looking increasingly frustrated. Once he realized that Alonso's words didn't match his actions, Endrick's patience ran out. According to Goal, Endrick began expressing his frustration to the manager as his emotions intensified. Xabi Alonso's response, as reported by TNT Brazil, was to tell Endrick to remain patient and wait for the right moment to play. The 43-year-old coach acknowledged the player's frustration, but insisted that he wouldn't use him until the timing was appropriate. For Endrick, who is married to model Gabriele Miranda, this advice to keep waiting was unacceptable. Unable to tolerate the situation any longer, Endrick reportedly approached the club's management directly and demanded a loan move in January. His reasons were clear. He's tired of sitting on the bench, and he needs playing time to secure a spot in Brazil's 2026 World Cup squad. With numerous talented Brazilian attackers competing for national team positions, Endrick knows that sitting unused at Real Madrid won't impress Carlo Ancelotti, who now coaches Brazil's national team. He needs to play, score goals, and demonstrate his abilities on the pitch. Real Madrid agreed to allow Endrick to leave on loan in January, with one important condition: the loan agreement cannot include an option to buy him permanently. With permission secured for his temporary departure, Endrick established 3 specific criteria for his next club, as reported by BIN Sports. First, he will only accept offers from clubs in Europe's top 5 leagues: the English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, German Bundesliga, or French Ligue 1. A return to Brazil, even temporarily, is not under consideration. Second, the club must be positioned near the top of their domestic league table. Endrick believes that competing for a high-level team provides the best environment for his development. Third, the club must guarantee him regular playing time throughout the loan period. The entire purpose of this move is to gain more minutes on the pitch, so joining a club where he would continue sitting on the bench makes no sense. 4 European clubs have emerged as potential destinations. Let's examine each one. Newcastle United satisfies 2 of Endrick's 3 requirements. They compete in the Premier League and would provide him with playing opportunities alongside their attacking players. However, they don't currently occupy a top position in the league table. Still, Newcastle offers Champions League football, which might compensate for their mid-table league position. Tottenham Hotspur meets all 3 of Endrick's criteria. Like Newcastle, they play in the Premier League, but they hold a better position in the standings. Manager Thomas Frank needs a new striker to replace Richarlison, which means Endrick would receive the playing time he's seeking. Olympique Marseille is the 3rd option. The French club currently sits near the top of Ligue 1 and would pair Endrick with Mason Greenwood in attack. Marseille fulfills all of Endrick's requirements completely. Finally, there's Stuttgart. The German club has surprised many observers this season by climbing to a high position in the Bundesliga table. They would offer Endrick the chance to partner with Dennis Undav in attack, and the club has a strong reputation for developing young talent, as demonstrated by players like Bilal El Khanous and Angelo Stiller. Those are the clubs showing interest, but is Endrick worth pursuing? Carlo Ancelotti's assessment provides valuable insight. According to World Soccer Talk, Ancelotti praised Endrick's movement and positioning, noting that he creates scoring chances through intelligent runs. The former Madrid coach also highlighted Endrick's versatility, as he performs well both as a central striker and on the right wing. Regarding weaknesses, Ancelotti identified shooting accuracy as an area requiring improvement. Once Endrick improves his finishing, his overall quality will become much more apparent. So where do you think Endrick should go for his loan spell? The January transfer window will provide the answer soon enough. So that's the complete situation with Endrick and his January escape plan from Real Madrid. Now I want to hear from you. Which club do you think would be the best fit for him? Should he go to the Premier League with Newcastle or Tottenham? Would Marseille in France give him the perfect platform to shine? Leave your estimate at the comment below. If you enjoyed this video breakdown, make sure you hit that like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next tactical report, and thank you for watching.